Aviation and mechanical wristwatches go hand in hand, and one of the best examples of that coming up. The Bell & Ross BR0392. This is the red radar, and this is such a cool watch. I'm sure you know by now that the history of wristwatches goes all the way back to the beginning of aviation. The very first modern wristwatch was invented for an aviator, and Bell & Ross has really continued that tradition. When you look at their watches, they really have gone full tilt towards this idea of imitating the analog gauges on the dashboard of an aircraft. And this is really where they've made their name, but this is such an interesting novelty that we have here. This is the red radar. This is the third generation of the red radar, and the first couple were much larger. They were 46 millimeter in steel. This one's a much more wearable size, 42 millimeters square, and so with the short lugs, it really fits just about anyone. The case on this one is now ceramic, so it is not going to scratch or fade like the PVD over steel could over time. The ceramic is also really nice and soft to the touch. The case itself, it has the 4 signature screws in the corners, just like you expect from Bell & Ross, and all sorts of cool military engraving on the back. This one comes with 2 different straps. It has this really durable fabric strap in the box, also a couple of strap change tools, and this heavy-duty rubber with a buckle that is PVD-coated steel. Now, the star of the show here on this watch is the display, and it's really unusual and interesting. It looks like the radar in air traffic control, and when you look at it, you have to learn a new way of telling time, so I'm always a fan of any watch like that, where it makes you sort of second-guess yourself and take an extra look at the watch. But when you're looking at the radar screen here, the second hand, it looks like the sweep of the radar. And then it has 2 different airplanes. The inner loop is a jet airplane that moves much faster. That is the minutes, and it's marked with minute indices. So that one goes around once every hour. And then the outer loop is a passenger plane, moves much slower, and it's marked for the hours. So that one goes around once every 12 hours. So it's really cool when you look at the watch. Definitely a conversation starter. The way they built this, you've got the dial, and then you've got concentric clear plates that have the airplanes printed on them. So they seem to fly over the dial. And then it's topped by a red sapphire crystal. Now, it is water resistant to 100 meters, so it's practical for everyday use. Penny tells me she would buy the watch just for the patch because that's so cool. You should definitely check that out. But definitely a watch that is going to be different from anything else in your collection. A really cool watch to make you sort of grin when you look down at it, and something that'll definitely start some conversations. I think that for any aviation fan, this is definitely going to be something you should put in your collection.